What's good, y'all? Welcome into another episode of our Sisters Keeper, the live after show, where we discuss Tyler Perry Sisters' most recent episode with you. It's your good sis you love to talk TV with in the incomparable.
Allie Nick, giving it to you when I give it to you, but always in the nick of time.
Always in the nick of time. And y'all, I want to go ahead and start this live
Yes,
off
yes.
with all of us sending like as you guys come in. I'm so sorry, I actually dropped a ball and I didn't have the live set up publicly. It was privated and I didn't realize it, so I'm so sorry. I'm throwing off our routine. It's definitely your good sis messing it up on Valentine's Day. But I want to start it off with us sending Allie our love and condolences. She is personally processing a loss in her family, and I appreciate her for showing up today. I know that y'all do. Maybe we can have her laugh and kiki. You can cut up a little bit extra in the chat to make sure we keep a smile on that face, but also just send her love so that she knows that we're here for her. Whatever you need, Allie, we got you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna do some cutting up too, so I think that's gonna help me
Yes.
a lot throughout this live. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cut up. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope that y'all had an amazing Valentine's Day. I hope that you're feeling the love. And if you have yet to, then you're going to now because you're in great
Yes,
company. And we your Valentine's. Okay? We got you. Hey A
absolutely.
Noel, hey Kelly Hester Jones, hey the real Pink Beauty, hey Demetria. Shout out to everybody who is joining in the chat. We're gonna get started. I just want to give people a little bit of time to get in here because the live wasn't set up fully for y'all to be already in here before we come on. Don't mind the little seemingly dirt spot in my middle of my forehead. Today is Ash Wednesday. Today starts Lent. I did grow up Catholic, so that is what this is in the middle of my forehead. It is not dust. It is not lint. It's not dirt. Please, please do not come in the comment section talking about it. Thank you. I know how y'all like to do. Okay. Um, Money Green say, hey boo, hey
Yes.
Chi-Town Girl 33, hey Kimberly Felder, hey Sweet Cake 5. Hi everybody. It's so good to see y'all. Y'all not busy? I'm so glad we getting
Hey
it cut up.
everybody.
I love it. I wasn't sure. I was like, dang, maybe everybody gonna have
Yes.
plans. Maybe, who knows? But y'all are here. I love it. Hey Sarah, hey Tesh, hey Allie,
Yes.
Nets. Okay. Before we get started, Allie,
Thank you,
and
Nat. Thank you to everybody sending the condolences. I appreciate it.
yes. Before we get
I would just tell
started,
everybody thank you.
yeah,
Uh,
of course.
no.
Feel at any point in time, Allie, feel free. I don't want to start the live off on a negative note. However, I want to clear the air, and I didn't even tell Allie I was going to do this, but just ride with me, friend. Just ride with me.
Oh Lord, I got you. I
Because
got
I
you.
received this these notifications yesterday because somebody was all up in arms, all up in a
Oh,
tizzy, all kind of pissed off. I got y'all riled up, huh? Um, Miss Nikki Nicole, I prayed for you, boo. After I saw this, I actually prayed for you, and I know that you watching and you lurking, and I know that your ass is probably already blocked, so you can't comment, and you can't like do certain things on this channel. And now you finally made your ass to the like elite block list over on Instagram as well. This is what Miss Nikki sent me yesterday, y'all, just so y'all can just get a little glimpse. A little glimpse of what your good sis is being exposed to, if you will. And shout out to the Lord. Shout out to growth. Shout out to knowing that you're walking in your purpose and being proud of who you are and what you are and the things that you say. Because I was not shaken and or stirred by these disgusting comments. And I know, Nikki, you meant to hurt my feelings, but babes, at this point in 2024, the whole monkey comment just tells me I look extra black. And you know what? I love that for me. I 100% like really, really love that for me. So thank you, babes. I feel very Afrocentric. I feel very beautiful. I feel, you know, like that girl, you know, and you really reaffirm that. One of the things, and this is something that I kind of speak about a little bit on my channel, but not really, is first started with my coverage of All American, and that fandom, that toxic fandom, really decided that I was not it. As soon as I started talking about they fave, I was not it. And they created Tumblr posts, Reddit posts, dragged me on Twitter. Like there was all types of stuff being made and said about me. And in the beginning of it, I really struggled with it. I really struggled with imposter syndrome. I really struggled with allowing outside validation to impact me. And now I'm so happy in seeing a comment like that and being able to stay in high spirits and not let it sweat me, because I now feel like I finally passed the test, and I now feel like I can finally continue to elevate, because before something like that would have really knocked me off my square. But quiet as kept, the thing that I have really needed in my particular content creator journey is to accept the hate, to lean into it, because for the most part, in a lot of cases, it is those people, it is that particular negative energy that is really going to help propel you. Fans are phenomenal. People that love you are phenomenal. I love speaking with so many of y'all every day. Like some of y'all DM me every single day and we literally talk like we be kicking. But it is the deranged, damn near demonic ones who are going to spread the message far and wide about how much of a big deal you are by trying to talk down on you in spaces that you're not in. So, Nikki Nicole, babes, mwah, you're blocked, but thank you. Thank you, because I really finally feel like I've passed that test, and I have already gone through so many moments of that. Like, that is just one of many that have happened, and I wanted to show y'all that because, one, she has a sister's profile picture, and this came, I didn't even realize the moment that it came, like I saw it 12 hours later, and it came after I made the video of should Fatima break up with Zac. So I'm like, okay, put it two and two together. Okay, this is what it is. Mind you, I don't think I said anything too crazy about either character in that particular video, but okay. I just wanted to share that because Allie and I talk a lot about some of the hate that we get, some of the negative experiences that we get. And because so many of y'all really only get to experience love exchanges with us, y'all don't get to see it. And it's not that I wanted to say, see y'all, look, but I really wanted y'all to get an understanding of like part of what we are actually exposed to as we continue to push forward and do this. And I'm not changing, I'm not wavering, I'm not shaking and or stirred. But I definitely wanted to share that with y'all. Did you want to say anything, Allie? Because you was one of the first people I sent it to. I said, would you look at this?
Yeah, I was like, I was like, it's giving obsession. And the detrimental part is that she's someone's mother. She's literally raising a child. She's raising a daughter, and have the
Mm-hmm.
audacity in her bio to say, raising my daughter, she's my world, she's my life, and I'm living my life how I choose to. Yet you are choosing to attempt to destroy another black woman with harsh words.
Mm-hmm.
And sadly, I mean, because that's what this fandom is black women who look different, different shades, different sizes, all of these different backgrounds, everything like that. And it's sad when people cannot separate. These are my feelings, my thoughts about a character or a show. You may view it differently. You don't have to have such venom towards me because we look at it differently or we have different views. And it's sad. And then I was reading someone in the comments. They knew off rip it was a Zatima lover without you having even to say anything,
Mm-hmm.
which is even it's sad. But there's just something that there are some people who take this show, and I'm not saying you shouldn't take it seriously because it can be reflective of real
Mm-hmm.
life. But when you kind of downplay another sister who you don't even know to try to hurt them, you need to really just take a step back and self evaluate because it's giving mental illness.
It
Something is
is.
wrong. Just
It
saying,
is.
something is
But they
wrong.
say if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. So I'm walking into accepting it. Like, it
You
really
yeah,
is quite sad.
know.
It really is quite sad. But I'm glad I was able to use
Yeah,
it as a moment of, like,
it is.
honestly, affirmation. Like,
It is.
and honestly, I'm a since we being real right now, y'all, we get into the nitty gritty of it. in accepting the fact that haters are a part of it and they literally are part of the journey to where I'm trying to go, I am actually going to lean into pissing you hoes off. I'm going to feel like I am not doing it right. If I am not pissing you hoes off, I'm not going hard enough. I'm not being honest enough. So prepare the others, babes, because you're only going to get madder. And just keep presenting yourself so that you can be silenced. And, you know, you're going to keep watching because you're, again, like Allie said to start with, obsessed. Which is fine, I suppose. Do your thing. Do your thing, 21. Yeah. But, you know, we're still going to be here. We're going to still be ourselves. We're going to lean deeper into ourselves. We're going to continue to trust ourselves and validate ourselves. And if for any other person, if you are currently watching or watching this on replay and you are a content creator, you are sharing your opinions, your thoughts, you're sharing yourself with the masses on the internet, it happens to everyone. It might happen to you, but keep going, babes. You got this. You're doing something right. Okay? I appreciate all of y'all support in the chat. Thank you so much. Yes, the comments were so unnecessary. Why be so rude? If you disagree, say your piece and move on. It's not that serious. It has never been that serious. But Kimberly Felder, you know, like, they used to get real gutter in All-American ones, too.
It's never that serious.
At this point, y'all, I sent it to Allie. I sent a screenshot to Allie. I sent a screenshot to my best friend, one of my best friends. And I sent the screenshot to my cousin in Baltimore. She's literally said, be right back. I said, please do not go, because she be with the y'all. It was hilarious. It was like really funny. A whole little like hour of like just talking about it and all of that. So literally, again, no sweat off my brow. It ain't that deep. Nikki, enjoy the block list. Or, you know, if you're watching, I hope my prayers have reached you well. And I hope you find some business, babe. I hope you find something to live for. But we're going to go ahead and get into this episode, y'all. Drop y'all's ratings for the episode in the comment section or in the chat. I'm sorry. Allie, how you feeling about this episode?
I don't think it was bad. I liked it.
You did?
I like this episode, but then I like the episode because it's moving a storyline along that I'm getting sick and tired of. So for that. But whoever wrote this episode, I got beef with you, shorty. The first 7 minutes of this episode, it took me out. It just something that was spoken that wasn't true. That means you ain't do your adequate research before you wrote this episode. Okay, now we gonna talk about it. But it pulled me out. I'm just, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it was bad. It wasn't like, oh my god, it was such a great episode. I liked it. It wasn't horrible, but it still just, it was kind of like blah. I'll probably give it a 5.
Okay, I'm there with you. I'm there with you. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 5 as well. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. It was not giving no Maggie Bush. I tell you that. But you know what? We gotta pace it out. We not gonna have every episode be a Maggie Bush episode, right? Everything ain't gonna be heat. Like you said, they definitely are moving storylines along. I literally recorded my breakdown before I got on here, y'all, because I wanted to just get it out the way, because it was going to end up being like number 5, which y'all ain't seen yet. And I'm trying not to miss no damn breakdowns this season. But alas, here we are. I feel like the parts of the episode that I like are just so very small. And then they spent so much time on storylines that I don't care or I don't believe. So it was just kind of like, all right, are we done now? Are we done yet? Angela gave it a 5. Sakina gives it a 7. NWO8 gives it a 9. Oh, and you new here. Okay. Drop why you gave it a 9, babes. Kelly Hester Jones gives it a 7. Mimi Loves Peace gives it a 6. Naps for Days gives it a 7. Queen Kayla Boo gives it a 6. D Lovely, you gave it a 9 too, girl. Drop it. Why you give us, like, let us know why you give it a 9. Like, what did you love? Like, absolutely love. Money Greed Tay says it already a 5.5. Okay, yeah, that's where we at. Shari P gives it a 6. Carrie gives it a 7. Kimberly Felder gives it a 6.5. Hey, Jessica, welcome in, boo. Dominique gives it a 5. Okay, so we a little bit all over the place, but we got some outlines. And
honestly.
D Lovely, I'm gonna need y'all to let us know what we missed. Cause I did get on TikTok at one point, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. I did get on TikTok. They was boring me.
I was, yeah, yeah,
Shari P says I feel like nothing
yeah.
happened. Karen called Fatima for the first time this season.
I kind of feel that way,
That happened. I just love Karen so much. And quiet as kept,
baby.
all of y'all who like Nikki, Nicole, who just feel away about what I got to say, y'all are literally only making it worse. I'm only gonna go harder when it comes to Karen when y'all meet me with disrespect when it comes to Zatima. When I tell you I was set for the
Oh,
Karen scenes, when she showed up at that duplex, I said, I know that's right. Ain't no, oh, can we send a text message? You
yeah.
could have called. Could you have called your
I
ass
can't even
about
front.
that
I
damn?
laugh.
You laughed. He could have called about the damn DNA test instead of coming up and through the damn salon. But alas. Where we want to start tonight, Allie? Do we want to start on the that actually worked, or do we want to start on the that don't work, that didn't work, that we
I'm
don't care
with
about?
you. I'm with you, and I have that same energy. Oh, girl. Let's get the stuff that didn't work out the way so we can kind of hit on it and move and save what we gotta say for the stuff that mattered to us.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, you tell me where we're gonna start with the didn't work, because it was a lot that didn't work for me.
A lot of their work. Can we just start with Gary and Hayden and Samara?
Oh, okay.
Can we just start there because that's what took me out. First of all, with first of that took me out. Hayden made a statement that Gary has been this way since college. Sir, you met
Child.
Gary in season two. You met Gary in season two. So, Miss Lady, whoever wrote this short, I'm just call you Shorty because I don't know if it was a man
No,
or
it's a
woman who wrote it.
guy.
Shorty,
Courtney. Courtney's a guy, I
I'm gonna
think.
need you. Okay, Courtney, Shorty, do wop. I'm gonna need you to do your due diligence because there is no way you can miss that piece of information. Oh, Gary's been this way since college. How do you know this? You met him in season two because of
Hello.
Andy. You don't know this man from a can of paint. Since I said, I'm sorry, y'all not gonna do this to me in season seven, bringing up these random ass connections that just don't fit. From that moment, and maybe and this is an Alicia thing. Continuity of writing is so important to me,
Mm-hmm.
and when that's missed, I am instantly taken out of a story, like immediately. So from that moment, I didn't care. Tamara could have had sex with Gary right on that tabletop, and it wouldn't have moved me at all. Because at this point, I'm like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
What is happening? Now she's imagining that one kiss from Gary got her all hot and heavy that she is daydreaming about being with him. Like what? I'm done. I was so done.
I
And
don't
then
I don't
the
know where they
special
going with
effects
it.
with the red outline. What are we doing? I thought it made me think of the Last Dragon.
Not
I
the
am say
last
master,
dragon.
whatever the thing was called. Leroy. He was trying to get the glow. Tamara and Gary had the glow. They had the red glow. I said, what is happening right now?
Oh my
What is happening in
goodness.
post production?
That's real. That's real. I
I don't
just don't
know.
know where they're
I don't
going.
know,
Like
honey.
they are asking us to suspend our imagination a little bit too much, which is probably why you were taken out. Not only is it contradictory information and you're rewriting the history of the character in present time, but also what did Tamara get out of riding on Gary's magic stick? Nothing has been set up to allow us to believe. Well, she did say, didn't she call Hayden small when they was beefing? So maybe that's supposed to allude to her not being sexually
Yeah.
satisfied. But all the times that we've seen them have sex, she's never like had to use a vibrator after the fact. Like they haven't given us any kind of setup to like make it make sense of why she would actually risk it all after getting Hayden back after already like betraying him in this other way, to now betray him in this other way for a man that you don't even like or respect, because for all intents and purposes we have thought that you did not like and respected him because he's trash. And Tamara, whether she's a gold digger or not, whether she's previously a sex worker or not, she still gave a smart cookie. She wasn't no damn dummy. So for me, they lost me in like, what is the logic here? Because is it for sex? The girl can get dick. Like, this is not a problem. And Gary is not God's gift to women. So why is this a thing? He don't have no damn money, so it's not even like she's trading up. It's like, and then she knows also all of the stuff that comes with him. He's still in love with Andy. He got this woman pregnant. You play like you cared about Penelope, but then you okay with like fantasize about her man. It's like, girl, now Tamara about to be a bird, and it's like, I never thought of her as a bird. Why are y'all doing this to me? Yeah, I think that's where they lost me.
Those are my thoughts, because I'm like, this is not Tamara. I'm like, who they created and fashioned Tamara to be. She wouldn't go out like this. There is like the benefit of her sticking with Hayden, going through all of that, trying to regain his trust back, only to want to get sexually involved with Gary. It's just the trade off isn't there, and it doesn't make sense for this to happen.
Naps for days
And
says
then
Tamara is a
Penelope
pro.
went to the bathroom and Sister and came back.
Tamara is a pro. Ain't no way. This is goofy, says Nap for days. D Lovely, no, Tamara and Hayden are not still married.
Yes.
They definitely got the annulment. And that's her whole logic. And like, if I wanted to still go through with it, I would have pressed it and not giving you the annulment like you asked. But that's a good point, Alex. I totally forgot about Penelope. They didn't show her exit at all. And then also the dialogue choices. So Gary's like, you need to take your time with that girl, Tamara. The girl that just is right there, she literally just went to the sink. Like, she's not in a whole, okay. It just, a lot of it feels very disjointed and weird. So you can't even go where they're trying to take us, but you see what they're trying to do, and it just feels like, oh, you didn't stick the landing. All right, we done with Tamara and Hayden. I don't know.
No, let's finish them up. Let's go to their last
okay.
scene.
Okay.
Where they about to have sex.
Oh, I think
Yeah,
it's a
let's
big
go to the
delay.
last.
That's
I
what
was
it
trying to think
is.
of the other scene. It is.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh. The last scene when Gary and Tamara were about to have sex, and Gary calls her and tells her to imagine him with his tongue and his big fat penis sliding in between her. I said, is this on? What is happening?
What is
Why are you
happening?
from a kiss? I'm supposed to believe all of this is deriving from one 3 second kiss. Like it was. I was flabbergasted as to what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't. Mm-mm.
Dom
No.
Lipperset
No.
says it's giving stage play. It is definitely giving stage play. Points are made. The whole,
That's true.
the whole, imagine me. It's like, Gary, you have enough on your plate. Why haven't the feds taken your ass away yet? Like, I really don't understand. What are we doing? And it's almost feeling like writers, y'all are not focusing on the right things, because you start off this whole Fed storyline. You got the feds rushing all up and through the law firm, and they never make it to Gary's goddamn office where they shredding papers, real Ponzi scheme style. And now this man is free to continue to run amok, and you want us to believe that a whole month has passed. So he is literally just being diabolical, trying to ruin Jordan's career, trying to ruin Hayden's relationship, trying to comfort Andy, even though he really wants her back. And all the while, the feds thought it was important to make this big rush down to the law firm, but they never go and see him. But they go to Hayden's house, they go to the law firm, they go to everybody else except for Gary's house and Gary's goddamn business. Like, can y'all come and scoop his ass up? Where the paddy wagon at? I don't understand what is happening. And why did y'all introduce that particular storyline so early if y'all wasn't going to do nothing with it? We are literally led to believe it's a month has passed because Andrea's like, I've been with him for 4 months. It's 3 since the damn end of season 6 and the beginning of season 7. So 4 months, y'all. Y'all got to do better. Again, this episode, Miss Maggie Bush didn't have nothing to do with the episode, I could tell. That's so shady. I'm going to take that back. Partly.
Oh my God.
It's wild to me. Like, Tamara and Hayden didn't seem like they didn't have sexual chemistry before, and now all of a sudden she can't interact with Hayden without thinking about Gary's evil ass. Like, I could not imagine busting it wide open for the devil. I just couldn't do it. I don't give a damn how fine the devil is.
Yeah. And it would make sense to me if, like, y'all just flow with me. This may be a little explicit, but it's Valentine's Day, so let's go there. Because whoever wrote this episode, I believe, is sex deprived. Because there was a whole lot of stuff going on in this episode we're going to talk about. But I can see if during that time when Gary kissed Tamara, if he touched her or if he grabbed her neck a little bit, enticed her in a sexual way, did something. You literally kissed this woman for 3 seconds. I've had some pretty amazing kisses in my life, but nothing that I'm gonna kiss the dude for 3 seconds and now I'm visualizing him while I'm with my man or while I'm with someone else. Like, it just didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense. Like you said, point out the obvious. We know that Tamara, she can get penis. That's not a thing. So why is she acting so thirsty for Gary? It doesn't make sense. Like, he did nothing to garner her desiring him in this way. I just don't try
at all.
But yeah, I ain't care about that.
So that wasn't my least favorite thing. Like, that was the least interesting to watch, even though they were fumbling the storyline. I'm like, okay, because I actually have a little bit of investment in Tamara and Hayden, so I actually kind of care about whatever they got going on. So I wasn't really tripping. For me, and this is gonna sound so bad, I be trying to think about how I'm being perceived, but it don't even matter. Andrea Barnes, we do not care. We do not care, girl. Y'all, like, I appreciate what y'all trying to do as writers, but it's just a little too late, a little too long, and we can't wait. You dated Gary Borders, the most diabolical demon that has ever walked the Atlanta streets, the most menacing man that has ever walked the Atlanta streets. This same man who is having sex with every single woman, flying just out, doing all types of stuff, running Ponzi schemes, pushed a hostile takeover at your actual law firm, removing Robin from his seated position as a partner, and you want me to give a shit about Jordan maybe sleeping with an underage white woman, as well as how it pertains to your career when it has nothing to do with you? You are literally in the demon that got one of the partners removed, and you ain't give a damn. You ain't give boo about your reputation then. You didn't give boo about your reputation when his wife brought her ass in there to get a damn divorce, and you took her on as a damn client and did not recuse yourself, but played the goofy ass games with him and allowed him to make you look like a damn fool and then stayed with his ass. So you want me to believe that now we gotta get up in arms because, oh my God, Jordan's scared it was just gonna blow back on me and make me look so bad. I've been working so hard. I just been working so hard for his team. Girl, go to hell, shut up, and open up one of them damn briefs because you're full of shit, Andrea Barnes. You're full of shit. Jordan's scandal has nothing to do with you. If anything, you can actually do the right thing in pursuing partnership, boo, and say, you know what? Upon the discovery of this information and during the course of my or the investigation, I am going to separate myself from this man. I did not know of any ill intent or any inappropriate behavior with any minors, and because this investigation is going on, I'm going to make sure I separate myself, because my number one priority right now is this law firm and my career. Upon the results of the investigation, I will make a decision on what I do with my personal life. However, right now, my professional life is most important to me. That's it. That's all that got to be said. And you're free and clear. But ma'am, Gary was running all up and through these damn halls, walking in whenever he wanted to. He walking here like he's Zachary Taylor all the damn time, and you ain't give boo. So now you want me to cry about your reputation when you been a hoe to these hoes? Like, you been a hoe in this office. You been questionable in this office, and you putting on some clothes now and actually trying to do some damn work. Don't make it no, like, Andrea. I'm sorry, Allie. I didn't realize that. I cannot take this whole seriously.
Oh, God. Oh, I gotta fan myself on that. That was hilarious. Oh, Father.
They make me mad. They wasted my time, Allie. They wasted my time. They spent so much time with us watching Andrea watch this computer. The boat has sailed. That ship has sailed for me to care about your reputation in this office, ma'am. You already used up all the goddamn get out of jail free cards and woo my reputation when you decided to stand your ass by Gary. What's your thoughts,
Allie? I agree with you. And it's so interesting because today I actually watched a few episodes of Sisters in season 2. When I say Andy was so territorial and protective of Gary, regardless of who it was. She got booked with Karen. She got booked with Maurice. She did everything in the world to help this man when he was in jail. Like, she went above and beyond. And then Jasmine told her again for the second time, well, the first time, exactly what Gary was going to do to her, and told her that you're so stupid, you don't even see it. And I thought about, I'm like, does Andy ever sit back and think about the things that Jasmine told her? Now, let's fast forward to where we are now with her and Jordan. And it's as you stated, nobody gives a damn. Like, I'm trying to make partner, and you're not going to make partner, Andy. You're not going to make partner. I hope the writers don't just give it to her so that she can have it. She hasn't earned that spot. She hasn't earned it, and then she has an assistant. Because I'm gonna add Fatima in this thing too with Andy's story that I didn't give a damn about. First of all, ma'am, when they have this conversation in the office, and Andy says, "No, I've been with him for 4 months. Oh, I've only been with him for 4 months, Fatima." Oh, and by that time, you're only dating the representative. I said, hold the hell on.
When I say why I order, I just wanted to punch my damn TV screen so hard.
Who are you dating?
I said her. Really? Really? 4 months in, we're only dating the representative? But we're going to hell and back? For Zac?
Representative.
4 months in, and we are moving mountains, putting bitches' heads through mirrors. We are leaving our condo. I said, ooh, Fatima, you make me so mad. I couldn't believe that she said that after we watch her do all of the things that we have watched her do. But everything else is off limits. Everything else don't make no sense except for towards Zachary Taylor. I promise you the dick ain't that good. I promise you. I don't give a damn what he doing in that bed. The dick ain't that good.
No.
You're deranged, ma'am. You are deranged. No. You looked this girl in her face and told her, in dating a man who not only was in the professional athletics, like was it football or something? I don't know if it was football, basketball, but he was a pro. Was in the damn military
Football,
and is now
football.
pursuing councilman. And you gonna tell her she is dating a representative when your ass is busting it wide open and handing over money to the nigga with no house? All he got is a dick and a smile, and you talking to Andy about dating the representative? Shout out to Mel. I appreciate that super chat that you gave a little bit ago, babes. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are amazing as well. Fatima, count your days, ho.
Oh, that was sweet.
Because who the hell do you think you are? You looked this girl in her face and said she was dating a representative. Ma'am, who the hell are you dating? Who the hell are you trying your ass not to get drugged down the aisle with? Because guess what? The fiance only come up when Karen at the door. Any other time, it's I don't know when the date gonna be, and let's not focus on that. But when Karen at the door, I'm a fiance, and Andy's dating a representative. Girl, Fatima, Fatima's a joke, okay? A joke that is starting to not actually be funny anymore.
This episode proved it. This episode proved it, and it ain't been funny for a long time. I said the mere audacity to stand in Andy's office to tell her that she's dating a representative. I said, Andy, I wouldn't take not one piece of advice from Fatima. And then you asking Andy all of these damn questions. She literally just found out, well, has he acted weird when you guys are watching porn? Has he ever? I'm like, what? How do you even know he watch porn? What are you talking about? This episode, it was the dialogue for me. It wasn't, they were not repeating themselves. But it was just I wanted to punch Fatima in her face. Like, shut up. Stop asking this woman. She doesn't know. She literally just found out. You literally just told her. Why are you asking her a million questions? Be quiet. Don't even turn your computer on. I'm sorry. Andy don't halfway do no work to begin with. She need to leave that laptop on. What are you talking about? I said, I can't deal with the idiocy. And that's even a word on today. I can't deal with it. It was a lot. Fatima acting like she ain't got it all. Andy acting like she ain't got it all. Then
I don't care about none of it.
It got me too. No. And then Andy apologized to Fatima in that 7 seconds more than she's ever apologized to Karen in this whole entire series.
Speak on it, friend. Speak on it.
I said, how many times you gonna tell Fatima you sorry?
In the moment.
You have an attitude. You have a right to have an attitude in the moment. In the moment. Oh, I'm sorry, Fatima. It's not you. It is her. Shut the hell, Fatima. I'm trying to process this. Don't ask me another question. Go back to your office. Why are you walking on eggshells with Fatima? Like, that pisses me off. As if everybody's supposed to be scared of her. No, I meant what I said. Thank you for telling me. I'm trying to process this. Can you go back to your office, Fatima? What's wrong with you saying that? Why are you apologizing? I said, baby, I can't. And then the biggest idiot of them all, Fatima, where my baby at? Oh my God, Fatima, I got you some flowers. I'm sorry. What?
When I tell you Zac is never beaten a his ass ain't changed allegation. He's a dusty Negro allegations. It's giving trife life allegations. Because at what point are you going to find it in your heart to have some goddamn respect when you walk into your fiance's job? Zachary. The way he walked in there hollering and screaming this girl's name. Because all eyes on Zac. It only matters what he got going on. You, Zatima lovers, are never beating the allegations. Yeah. Y'all's faves is toxic and unhealthy and damn dumb. And I just know in the breakdown, in the comments, it's going to be, Well, Erica, he does support Fatima because look, he got the little acceptance letter, framed or whatever. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. If somebody makes a performance of the nice or kind thing that they decide to do for you, that shit ain't about you, babes. So no, Zac is not getting this feather to put in his hat because he literally showed his ass coming into that law firm, made this big to-do about look at me coming up to the damn law firm to give Fatima flowers and look at what I did, look at what I did, look what I did. It's not about Fatima. This is fake ass support at best. And Fatima deserves better, even though her ass is goofy too. I said what I said. You niggas ain't beating the allegations. You're gonna stay mad over here because y'all are giving me material for days. Andy's dating a representative, but you got the goof tree walking through the goddamn law firm hollering your name? Andrea is having a crisis right now about her reputation, and you got this goofy ass ghetto nigga rocking through the law firm with flowers with no damn band on them. Nothing, just free balling ass flowers. And she dating a representative. Okay, you got it. You got it, Fatima girl. These videos is finna video, and you niggas is gonna be mad, and I cannot wait. When I tell you I cannot wait, the best part about these goofy ass storylines that I don't actually care about is that I get to pick them apart because they're ridiculous.
Yes.
But they gonna say it's real love, Allie. They gonna say.
And going back to your point, how you know this was about Zac, ain't no real love. This is not Mary J. Blige. Baby, this is not Mary J. Blige. This is not real love. This is not love at all. And then to even prove your point even more, yeah, I got this. I got your acceptance letter. You know what I'm saying? I got it in this case. But then you took it back home. So what was the purpose of even bringing it to her job if the whole purpose was to have it at the house? You could have made a big thing for her when she got home, but as you stated, you want it to be a spectacle. You wanted all eyes to be on you like you Tupac. That's what you wanted. And then you trying to have sex with Fatima in her office as if you can't see through this mud trucker. You can see through this Zac.
It's
So what you
windows
trying to do?
everywhere.
Take your ass home. Why you not at work? Oh, I forgot. You don't do nothing. You don't do anything. So you have the luxury to just chollop around damn Atlanta anytime you want to. You can go to the law firm. You can go to Karen's salon. You can go to the airport because you have nothing to do. Absolutely nothing to do.
Um,
I said I can't.
Orange
I
pepper.
can't.
I'm so glad that you said it because guess what? That's also something I noticed. He came yelling through the law firm the same way that he went yelling through Karen's salon space. Meanwhile, I'm catching heat.
Exactly the same way.
I'm catching heat. Y'all trying to turn me every way but loose because I put up a couple polls this week and I have a couple conversations around specific ass questions. But Zachary Taylor continues to prove that he has not changed and he also regards both of these women the same way. Ting. Punch the air. Fight the wall. That's it. Like,
Yes.
he literally came up and through the law firm exactly how he went
Yeah.
up and through the salon. Both situations were very disrespectful.
Disrespectful as hell. And he don't like these women. To everybody, we got to deal with the reality. Zac does not like these women. He does not like
Ooh.
Sabrina. He doesn't like Andy, and he doesn't like Andy and Danny. He does not like them. This is the same man who told Fatima, "Don't hang out with these women." Yet you go to Danny for advice. Yet anytime you're in legal trouble, you go to Andy. And then I wanted to punch him in his freaking mouth and have him one tooth like Nelly. You could tell that Andy was in distress. You could tell she was distraught. You could tell she was emotional. She told Fatima, "I'm leaving. I'm going to go break up with Jordan." "Oh, hey, Andy. Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking." You asshole.
Because
You
everything
asshole. You
is
can't care if
about
that woman spoke
Zach.
to you or not.
Every single thing is about Zachary Taylor. And if it's not, he has a problem
Exactly.
with it. He could literally look this girl in the face. She is about to bawl. And all he could think about is, well, hello, Andy. You ain't gonna say hi to me? I'm fine. Nigga, order. And Fatima lets it ride. That ain't no
Who
way. Because if
kisses
that's
her?
my man, have you lost your motherfucking mind? We are a unit. I am supporting her. So any goofiness that you do is basically like I did it. Absolutely the hell not. Don't talk to her like that. Do you not see? But that's y'all's king. Y'all's kingdom is doomed.
Yeah.
Okay? Doomed.
Hmm.
Goofy ass leader.
Yeah.
He is
But
literally there for the Zac show.
paddle him and pacify him and pat him on the ass.
It is hilarious. And I am just thinking
Literally.
about all of the comments I have gotten this week because
Speak well to Zach.
I put
Comfort
up
Zach.
the should Fatima break up with Zac video, the comments on there. Would Karen and Zac work if they got back together now? Literally didn't say that they
Yeah.
needed to, but literally just posed a question and y'all losing y'all goddamn mind in that comment section, but okay. And I'm thinking about the
Yeah.
comments, and there were so many comments of how Karen ain't changed, Karen is trash, Karen is manipulative. Karen decided that her life was no longer be the Zac show, and y'all are proud that Fatima has now taken on that burden. You should be ashamed of yourself. I said what I said. I could only imagine what it looks like on Twitter right
Yeah.
now and how everybody is
Yeah.
probably, oh, Zac brought
Yeah.
her flowers and Zac
And
loved
can we
her
deal with the
and
fact that
Zac
Fatima does not want to
cares.
marry Zach?
Oh, can we deal with it? Can we deal with it? Because when I make a video about why she won't set the date, I'm hating. Let's talk about it, Allie. Go ahead and get into it. She don't want to marry that man. And I hate to
No.
think about it like this because I personally did not
Because
go to
every
this
time
place.
that M word comes up, Fatima, you know what I'm saying? She conveniently changes everything.
She does. She does. And it's really just taking me back to conversations that we have been having over months. Like various people within the community, as well as you, I think, have said she don't want Karen to win. And now it feels like that is what it is. Like that has to be it. You are more motivated by making sure that this man don't return to this woman than you are to actually marry the man and be with the man. Girl, you need to find something else better to do. You about to go to law school. You ain't got time for this.
No. Yeah. And speaking of law school, yeah, I'm gonna buy you a soon as you graduate, I'm gonna buy you a firm. I said, baby, that's not how that works. Can
No,
she
he
win
said he
one
was going
case
to
first?
build. He said he was going to build her firm. He put in 2 windows and maybe laid half a floor, and now he's going to build her a law firm. Baby, we can get Paul to do that actually. Because just because you say
We
it
can get
so,
Paul to do
don't
a
make
lot of
it
things while we
so,
at it.
Paul, Zac. You cannot just speak things with no actual action. Faith without works is dead, Zachary Taylor. How you going to build her a law firm, Paul Bunyan, when you literally spent all of 3 days at Chain Breakers? How you going to do it? And she just sitting up there sopping it up like it's gravy on
Yeah,
a biscuit. I love you, yeah.
girl, I child, I can't. Okay, who we want to go to next?
The only other person that I didn't really give a damn about, so to just be clear, my biggest I don't give a damn about your storyline is Andrea and Daniela. So I guess we going to Daniela.
Oh,
I'm going to reach my hand out
I
and
wanted to
put it
punch her in her
on
throat.
yours when I say this, Daniela. Take your dusty ass on. Do not drag this man through the mud because you got a bunch of bullshit with you. The way that she has been avoiding this man because he didn't communicate his kids could be possibly coming to live with him. But his kids' mama is going to war. Where the fuck else is his kids gonna go? Why is that even a conversation that needs to be had? Communication that needs to be had. That needs to be an automatic given, ho. And if you think that you got a say in that conversation or in that thought process, your ass thought wrong. Daniela, please take your dusty ass on because you're not bringing anything to this relationship but coochie and problems. That's it. And I don't know if the coochie is that good to be worrying about it like this. Like the way that you are harboring animosity at the top of this episode for this brother who is literally just doing right by his kids. And y'all, I get it. This is part of her sabotage thing. This is part of what she does. It's not really about the kids, but she's going to ruin a healthy relationship. Enough. How many niggas is she going to run through? How many niggas do she get to run through, y'all? Before we say, all right, cut off the supply niggas. She gets no more niggas. Danielle make me mad, Ellie. She make me so mad. And
Oh my god. I feel you. I feel you. I was so I was just turned off. I was turned off by that entire moment with Danny because in my mind I'm like, what the hell are you mad about? Like, what are you mad about? And you feel you want to be included. You should have known. You never knew that the kids could possibly come live with him permanently. And I said, well, damn it, don't date a man with kids because at any given moment he can become the primary parent of the children. What are you talking about? Your reasoning has no basis. What are you mad? And then you have an attitude. You're being rude, disrespectful. I was just like, Tony, baby, go find somebody else. You ain't that invested, even though you are. You shouldn't be. Go
You
find
really
somebody
shouldn't
else.
be.
And then the second part, and I just felt, and like you said, you knew what it was from the very beginning. I told you about my kids. It is what it is. And so when she came in his office, like, I've had a moment to think about this. I said, God, you know what? Don't send me a man. I don't want to deal with men. I don't want to deal with a man that I have to baby and foster. I need a man who has already either have done the work or is doing the work. I don't need to have issues from immature people and then 5 minutes later, well, yeah, babe, I thought about it and I under. I don't want that. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want that. We're adults. We grown. We should be able to have a conversation, babe. This was going on. I'm gonna have to have my kid. Because what I guess my thing with Danny was, what is he supposed to ask you for freaking permission?
Right.
And then the man told you I was gonna discuss it with you at lunch, but then you told him y'all couldn't have lunch. So what are you? It was just one of those things where
No, you called off
I don't care
work
about. Like,
after
I'm
and
glad
then
she's
brought
going
your
to
ass.
therapy.
It's not even that
That's
they
what it
couldn't
was.
have
She
lunch.
called
She
off work.
called off work. The lunch that the day that he was supposed to tell her, you don't show up to work because you have no commitment to this damn job because you're an irresponsible ass person. But then you bring your dumb ass up here in lingerie to bust it wide open like you can't get fired because I'm your boss, and now you mad. So you got information that you wasn't supposed to have in the time that you wasn't supposed to have it because you were a place that you wasn't supposed to be, and now you mad at him, girl.
Facts. Facts. And then to say you want to be with him for 2, 3 decades. I'm committed to you. I said, baby, she ain't committed to you. That just sounds good. She's not committed to you, Tony. Don't fall for it.
And we worried
She's
about
not.
how we met his kids,
She
but you
absolutely
didn't
isn't.
even ask to meet his damn kids
She
because
don't care.
apparently you don't like kids. So like, I had to meet your kids like this. You didn't. You were fucking him for 3 months. Never asked about him. And
Yeah.
Daniela pisses me off because I swear I'm a girl's girl, and
But
she
as you
really puts me
stated,
in a
if
position to like
if she would
not.
have been what she was supposed to be, this wouldn't have happened.
Hello.
But since you want to come to work and have sex in the office, this is what you get. This is a possibility. Anybody could have walked through them doors.
Antibody, including your supervisor, who you probably called out with. Goofy. Daniela, like, I just cannot take her seriously. And I hate it because I want to really get into her
That's all I got
storyline
for.
specifically with therapy. I really want to, like, root for her. But how she moves, the things that she says, it just is disgusting to me. It's truly disgusting how she navigates both her romantic relationships as well as her platonic friendships, how she has no kind of aim or drive in regular life, whether it's personally or professionally. Like, I have nothing that I can actually relate to with Daniela. And at the very beginning of the series, I was holding on to, oh, she's just honest and she's just real. And she's not. Because half of the time, she's presenting her goddamn representative, which is judging everybody else, but then giving herself passes on all of her ridiculous ass behavior. And again, she's a joke that is actually not funny because you're dragging this man through the ringer who is showing up for you. It's providing you with things that's actually enriching your life. Do you know how many women want a man who comes to the relationship emotionally aware, self-aware, emotionally intelligent, and patient? With gainful employment, some type of ambition, and a sense of family? You literally have a man, which, quiet as kept, I don't want to date a man with kids. So I understand. But I'm also not going into dating a relationship or getting in a relationship with a man with kids and then act like the damn kids don't exist. Anyway, how do you fall into a relationship with a man that most women who are sensible and healthy would love to be in a situation with, and you are perfectly fine with fumbling your way through this relationship with all of your toxic ass baggage, acting like you not toxic, acting like you not the wrong one? It would be a whole different story if Daniela was sabotaging herself and her life, and like every step of the way she was apologizing for it, and it just felt like, oh, I'm fumbling, I don't know why I can't. But it's also not your fault. The part that pisses me off the most is that she do it and then she gaslight everybody else around them like they're the problem. No, bitch, you're the problem. You have always been the problem. You continue to be the problem. And I cannot wait for some of these people to start backspace deleting your ass out of their lives because you're too much. It's too much. These are his kids. Next time I want to be in a conversation. What conversation? The mama called me up and say she got to go to Iraq or wherever the hell she going because our country is raggedy fighting wars that we don't need to be damn fighting. So I already am about to lose a damn baby mama and my kids goddamn mama. There is no conversation. Bring my kids.
Facts. Those are facts. And in she is in the military and she's getting deployed. There's always a possibility they may never come home. So if that's the case, when he had made the statement, or stepmom, oh no, no, no. I said, Tony, that told you everything you needed to know right
Everything.
then and there.
Everything.
Everything. Mm-mm.
This
Shut them
woman is
deuces
not
all
going
and
to
bounce.
be an additive to your kid's life. This woman is not looking to build a formative future for yourself or your kids. She don't even factor them in. They are literally non-motherfucking factors to you. That's all you need to know. Move on and find somebody else. Hell, why in the hell don't you like Sabrina's ass? Because we could go ahead and make this shake right now. Danny, why you not with Rich? Rich is fine, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you. Monty. My God. And I don't even wish Daniela on your ass, but since you don't want kids, if we just doing like, this is the stressful part about life, because this is how it go down. This is how it happened, and a bunch of people who are misaligned
Okay.
get together, and it's unfortunate, but it's the damn truth. Anywho, yeah. So for me, it's Andrea and Daniela. I don't give a damn about the storylines. I'm not rooting for them. I don't feel bad for them, and I'm on their ass, as y'all can tell, because I didn't had like 3 rants by now, and I didn't even know I was gonna have that. I thought I was coming with all peace and love tonight.
Baby, that Andy rant was top tier, honey. That Andy one was whoo. It had me sweating. I said, my God, baby, you went down that one. Uh,
I think Andy gets me so riled up because I really do want to root for her. And that's what pisses me off from week to week, because like I want you to do better. I want you to be the pseudo leader within this friend group. Like, you're financially ahead of all the girls, and clearly you sewing into them financially or whatever. Like, I want you to develop the other parts that would make you just this freaking phenomenal woman. You're a cool woman now, you're a good woman now, borderline great woman now, but you could be phenomenal, but you refuse to get out your own way. And I feel like that's why I have so much when it comes to Andy. And with Danny, it's a little bit more tame because I think I've already given up on her.
Mm, I, I feel you, and I think my thing with Andy had more so because I guess I was so invested in the friendship and the sisterhood of these
Mm-hmm.
women. When I began to see how Andy began to interact with Fatima, excuse me, in relation to Karen. And this is not saying that she can't be friends with both, but she refused to put her foot down in places that she should have been. And when you show me where your loyalty lies, I'm like, you can't call Karen your best friend, yet you do the things that you do to her. The whole thing with that picture, that's when everything with me, when it came to Andy, was like, this F you
Mm.
until you show me something different because that is not a best that is never something a best friend would do. That's not something a sister would do. I'm not gonna make a promise to someone that I just really got cool with that I'm going to promise to keep something from my best friend and allow my best friend to be open for attack, which
Mm-hmm.
basically is what Zach did. So I can
Mm-hmm.
from that I was like, you already, you like to get your back wet with men and women. Do your thing, sis. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the people who you say you love and you grateful for, and I see how you treat them, no,
It
no,
don't
no, no.
align. It does not
It don't
align.
align. It don't. It doesn't. Um, you want to go to Sabrina?
Yes, because we love Sabrina. We love her. And
We
Novi,
love
you are doing the damn
Sabrina.
thing, honey, with this portrayal, the deep emotions. They have so many close up shots because everything is about like the internal struggle that's happening right now with the Sabrina character. So I love the moment of
Yeah,
them at dinner. Rich has really grown on me as a boyfriend because he says all the right things. Like, I need to see them actually doing life a little bit more before I fully allow myself to like care for real, for real. But he says all the right things, and Monty is delivering it with such intention that I believe his ass, and I hate that for me. This whole Sabrina having kids thing is going to stress me out because she's literally being confronted with the idea of like, you are literally perfect for me in every way except for this way. What the hell am I supposed to do? And it is breaking me open inside.
yeah. I was looking at them and I was like, God, they look so good together.
They look so
And I said,
good.
as much as I, excuse me, they do. I'm like, as much as I enjoy looking at them aesthetically, I feel sadness when I watch them.
Mm, yeah.
Because the inevitable is someone is gonna have to depart. And I give props to the how they're writing Sabrina
Mm-hmm.
because when they were having a conversation about the freezing of the eggs and things of that nature, and she asked him the question like, or would you stay if I have this child? What do I tell this child? Like, you're my boyfriend, but you don't want nothing to do with him. Like, you could tell she's processing and trying to think, like imagining her life when this child gets here. What am I gonna say? How are you gonna treat this? This child that came from me. What are you gonna do? How do you fit? How does my child fit? And I love that moment. It was such a vulnerable moment just watching that
Mm-hmm.
interaction. And when Rich made the statement, can we just, deal with that when we get to that? And I said, hell no. And when Sabrina was like, no, we can't. I was like, thank you. Because this is not something that you can wait and see how it's going to be. This has to be a definitive decision. You can't play around with this because
Yeah.
feelings are going to get involved. The deeper you get, the harder it's going to get to separate, to break away. But that is such a real thing, and it's such a mind up to be in, especially when your feelings are involved and you know that the best thing to do is to let go. That
Mm-hmm.
is so hard, and that is easier said than done. But I think the struggle that we're seeing with Sabrina is being executed so beautifully
It is
by
being
Novi
executed
in such a real way.
expertly. Oh my goodness. It draws you
Yeah,
in. Honestly, by both of them. Novi, kudos to you. But again,
yeah,
Monty and being that partner who still wants to communicate like you're in this relationship. You really don't want to go nowhere. However, you want to stand firm in what it is that you want for your life. So it truly feels like this confliction of this particular sticking point about lifestyle, but it's not rooted in control. It's not rooted in manipulation. It's not rooted in anything other than I had made this decision for myself years ago, and you had made this decision for yourself years ago, and now we don't actually align, which is so heartbreaking. Like, I think for me, like, I know that she needs to go ahead and separate, but I understand why she's not, because there doesn't feel like it's any manipulative malice in it. It doesn't feel like there's any type of control trying to be exerted. Even though when the first was delivered of like, can we just see how it go? I was like, this feels like the niggas that love to like run game. It don't feel like Rich is running game. So now I'm just like, I get why
no,
she keep dipping her toe in this water, because like y'all look like y'all have a great time together. You feel seen, you feel heard. Again, that is not something to take lightly, especially in this day and age, because the dating pool has piss and shit in it. To find a man who is ambitious and equally yoked with you when it comes to emotions and mental stimulation and intellectualness, like all of those things, is not an easy thing to do. So I get it. I get it, Sabrina girl. I wouldn't be ready to give up my desire to have
yeah.
kids, but I'm gonna just say after episode 7, I don't know if I would be willing to give up him either.
Wow, really?
Not if he's making her look, I mean, making her feel how it looks like he's making her feel in this relationship. I don't know if I would be able to just walk away, which is messy as
I
fuck.
I think for me, it is. I think for me, I I love the, even going back to Monty. I love the way that he's playing it too, because when Sabrina was like, "Well, well, you don't want kids," he was like, "I don't." Period. It wasn't, I don't, but being with you is kind of, he is definitive about how he feels, and so is she. And I have to respect it. And I love that he's not wavering or compromising either. And I think even how he's making her feel and how she may make him feel, because even the way that he even affirmed how she makes him feel was a great description of just a man expressing himself, how the woman in his life can add to his life on an emotional standpoint and can make him feel like he could do, anything that he puts his mind to. But I think that eventually there is going to have to be a break. Um, I'm one of those people that's like, okay, let me do it now.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna hurt, it's gonna sting. But if I wait, I'm gonna be heartbroken and I'm gonna be pissed at myself because I knew from the beginning. So that's how I'm wired. It's like,
Yeah.
and I've been in a situation similar to this, where I had to, this guy, brief little story. He had just got out of prison. He wasn't in there long. I think it was like 3 years. And he had joined this church. He was part of this men's group. He was getting his life together, so on and so forth. So when I met him, he was in that place of truly examining life through a different type of lens, and living a God centered lifestyle. And at the time, so was I. But it was like I was one of those people that I would have compromised on my
Mm-hmm.
beliefs to have sex with him. I would have compromised. And because I knew where I was and I knew I would do that, I didn't want him to stumble or fall because he wasn't trying to do that. And as
Mm-hmm.
much as I liked him and as much as we liked each other and we enjoyed each other's company, I knew where it was going. And I knew me well enough to know that I would entice him to have sex. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't even want to do that. I have to back away from this dude. Like, I have to,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not right. It's me. Like, it's me. I'm not right now. So even though I'm trying to live this God centered life and I'm trying to be celibate and everything like that, I want him. And the fact that I'm okay with causing him to stumble, I got a problem with that. I can't. So I
Mm,
had to, I had to detach and it was a difficult decision, but it was like at the end of the day, I'm always going to make that decision because I'll jack me up, but I can't jack nobody else up.
do
I
you
couldn't. I don't think I
think
could live with that.
do you think your decision making though in that moment had a heavy weight on it because of the God piece?
Um, Not necessarily. I think just with me because I met a dude. This was before this happened. I
Mm.
was wild. God went nowhere in my equation of living, and like nowhere. Like I knew of God, but I'm like God, I ain't trying to deal with you right now. Leave me alone.
Mm.
Like that's where I was, and I met this dude who had two children, and he had custody of his 11-year-old child because her mom passed away, and he was looking for something serious, and I'm like, oh, that's what you want. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I can't do that. I will jack your life up. And those are my words to him. I will jack
Mm.
your life up based on where I am in my life.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with God. It's just that when I know
Yeah.
I'm on one path and you on another path and your path is better than mine, I ain't trying to merge.
That's
Or even
true.
not better. It's just different. It's like I don't think I couldn't live with myself if
That's
I
real.
intentionally wrap somebody in my mess. I couldn't.
That's real. I think
I couldn't.
um I love that. I love that you actually had that self awareness and responsibility because Lord knows somebody can use it. Daniela. Anyway, um I hear you and I hear what you're saying and I get it. I think because I never went through that particular season, like I went through wilding within relationships. Like I wasn't ever really
Okay.
wilding just out here wilding because for me to get involved with you on a physical level, I actually have to care. If I don't care, it would just never happen. So now I'm already past the point of like I'm not necessarily ruining what you want to do on some trivial stuff. It's like I am very relationship. This is us once we locked in forever type of thing. So I'm saying like I get Sabrina not necessarily separating because it doesn't feel like in this moment her making any decisions that she needs to make for her life is going to ruin his life. It just feels like it's going to go against plans that he made. And then we don't know what other communication that he's had, but I want to know more of like how did you really arrive at this? Why is this actually the case? But I want to ask you some like let's unpack the questions that she was asking. Is there a world where she has a baby and she's also in a relationship and the two are separate? Y'all answer in the chat as well.
That she has a child. That she has a child, and then she's in a relationship with Rich, but it's a separate. They're separate.
Yeah, he's not having to be daddy, but she has her baby. Is that possible?
I don't see that. I don't. The way my mind is processing
Mm-hmm.
it, I don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
And for me, why I say I'm gonna love to read these comments. I think that's a great question. Um, I don't think it's possible having a child and because I'm thinking about like is marriage on the table? Like, are they married or
Mm-hmm.
they're just in a relationship?
Well, he doesn't want to
Because
get
it's like if
married
I'm
either.
or even both, he doesn't want to get married. But if I'm with somebody, I want I don't know how Rich would treat my child. Like,
Mm.
how you gonna treat him?
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be my number one question because you don't want to be around children. You're not gonna just do for me and not do for my child. You're not gonna
Mm-hmm.
cook for us and my child. Like, so I don't know how Rich would respond to
Mm.
this. This other being here. That would be my main concern.
I'm not saying that I think that you can do it, but I really, when she asked the question, I was like, damn, is there a way? Is there a world? Is that like possible?
Yeah,
So
that's
that's why I
real.
really want to discuss it, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, let me know your thoughts in the chat. Like, let's unpack it. That's what we here to do. Like, that's the tea. Like, y'all here for the rants and a little bit of the cherries on top when it comes to me getting unhinged. But like, let's have the real conversation about life. Um, and going back to this question, I asked that not because I am excusing it or trying to make it okay. Again, I'm really just kind of fact finding, and not even fact finding. I'm just opening it up so we can discuss it and unpack it. What's the difference
Hmm.
with her getting a sperm donor and that man not being involved in the child's life, and her having a kid solo and Rich not being involved with the child, but her still being able to have those pieces of a relationship?
If I'm understanding your question correctly, excuse me, I think with the sperm donor, she's doing that outside of thinking she's actually going to be with Rich. Because I believe that Sabrina will want Rich to be the father of her child. But being that
But they're
he's
moving
not
right
going
now,
to,
right? They're moving right now where he's like supporting her in doing freezing of her eggs, of doing the whole IVF process. So if they get to the point, because he's like, let's talk about it when we get there, or deal with it when we get to that space. On her, when I say on the level of her processing, if you already have to go get a stranger's DNA to be able to make your baby, and
mhm,
this is okay with the typical response, they have to separate. She's going to go forward with it, and she's going to be a single mother. And again, I'm just asking this so that we can talk about it, y'all. I'm not picking a side. um what's the difference in her doing that and still having access to Rich? Because her going through IVF and picking a sperm donor, that man won't be there either.
those are facts. I think, I guess because the way my mind is picturing it, if she goes through this process, I don't believe Rich is going to be around.
He said he wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, that's what he said. Um, like that's what he said, but I don't believe him. I don't believe him.
Mm.
Um, like I don't think he is intentionally lying to Sabrina. I believe that he is answering her based on how he feels about her. But once like the reality of she's about to have a child, I don't want this. He's going to bounce because I think in the previous episode when he was like, yeah, even if we're not together, you should be able to have kids. Like, yeah, so even if we don't work out, have them eggs on standby because you ain't getting none from me. Like, and he ain't say it like that, but
Mm.
basically that's what I got from it. But
But then that takes me back to my
I
original
I think that's a
question.
great question.
Is there a world where he could exist and she can exist with her child?
If he just dare to blow her back out, like if it's just sex and no emotion, yeah, you damn sure can exist. But emotionally, I'm not gonna get caught up with you if I know you don't want
Mm.
my baby. Like if you're not gonna be like that, you
Mm.
could come and we could kick it. Be my little late night friend, and you go about your way, I go about mine. But I can't get emotionally attached to you.
Yeah. Hey Noel, you asked
But
a really great
that's me. That's
question.
that's just me.
You asked how could you be in a relationship with someone and they go through pregnancy outside a relationship? Would y'all ever do that? Could you ever do that? I really want to know. Like, I'm just interested in everybody's thoughts right now. Because I personally don't think that I could do it, but I'm such a feely girl. Like, I want the nuclear family. I want the, like, this is us and this is ours and all of that. Um, and I'm also just trying to open my mind outside of things that I perceive to be the norm and to be what's right or what should be done, and just open myself up to imagine, like, what does it look like if that particular thing is not the case? What does this other thing look like? And I think about Sabrina specifically in pursuing pregnancy and single motherhood, but she is in this relationship and she's already being fed in these ways outside of motherhood. Her now having to sacrifice all of that for a child feels like that's a lot. So that's why I'm like, is there a way that she's able to still get this, but then also have that? Money Green Tay says, what if he wants to give his
Mm.
sperm and accepted all responsibility? I think that's what he's like communicating absolutely will not happen. No, he will not have any biological kids.
Yeah, yeah.
DNC Greatness says there's
Ooh,
also situations
this is.
where. Go ahead, Ali.
You know,
Sorry. No, go.
I know it just hit me. I'm like, this is so real. Like this is such
Mm-hmm.
a real thing. Oh,
Yeah,
that's all I had to say. That was it.
it is. And it's I feel like it's like one of the best storylines thus far this season. Like I'm thoroughly enjoying the depths that they're going to with this particular character.
Yeah,
DNC Greatness says there are also situations where, again, although rare, a person who didn't want kids genuinely naturally changed their mind due to the different events or circumstances. The writers may do that too. They could. I mean, in the ideal
they
world, that's what it
could.
feels like. 'Cause Sabrina could be happily ever after if Rich could get his together. And I'm saying that in jest, y'all, because Rich is 100% entitled to what he wants for his life as well. Um, he would have to be involved with the child if he stays in a relationship with her. Kimberly Felder says, "Yeah, I think so too, because they're gonna run across each other. Otherwise, he gonna be like Daniela, and we don't want that."
Cause I'd be
So,
damned I'm with you, and then I can't pick up my child from school, and I'm like, hey, babe, can you pick up little Ray Ray from after school care?
mm-hmm,
I mean, he ain't my kid. I ain't. I mean, what you? It's going to impact and affect his life. So for you to tell me, now, I didn't. They ain't my kid. That they ain't my kid. One time we done. They ain't
mm-hmm.
my kid. Oh,
And
buddy.
maybe
Okay.
that's the come. Maybe that's the come in the conversation of like, because they got cut off by the goofy ass white waiter who brought a cupcake to the table with no goddamn salsa plates. What are we, barbarians? He set the damn cupcake on the table. I said,
He
Tyler, what
did.
are we
He
doing?
did.
Interrupted them so they didn't. She got to say no. We can't just let it ride. And I think the next conversation is like, so what is your degree of I don't want kids? Do you never want to interact with them, or do you simply not want to biologically birth them? Are you able to stand them up? Can you heat up some macaroni and cheese? Like, let's get down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
um.
Yeah. I think Rich just does not want children. I think he has envisioned his life. Remember, think about the on Girlfriends with Joan and old boy who did not want children.
Who?
John wanted kids. He didn't want kids. Not Ellis. Got Brock. Brock didn't want kids. He never envisioned his. He had nieces and nephews. He didn't want children. So they already have a life. I want to
Yeah.
travel. Listen,
But
I've told this for a long
He
time.
did
Like,
cave and say he was gonna give her kid. But you don't want that, babes. You know. I don't know, cause maybe if they would have had a kid, he was really great with his niece. So like, also Brock, you was on some bullshit, cause it was very much so giving. But no, whatever. You right. I totally forgot about his
yeah.
ass.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um. So lady said, I think instead of Sabrina getting a random sperm donor who is a stranger, Sabrina should ask her BFF Maurice to be her sperm donor. I think so too. I immediately thought of that when they were going back and forth. I have even thought about that within my friend groups, but I know that is going to be awkward. If I decide to go that route, is going to be weird. But it will make a great story to tell. So yeah, I think that she should ask as well.
Just dot all your I's across all your T's when you getting involved with that, because people change.
Kimberly Felder says her focus will be more on the child than on him, and that will be a problem for him. I feel you, Kimberly, but also Rich ain't Zach, so yes, I'm taking every opportunity I can to send shots their way. 100%. Rich can't continue to court Sabrina in the same way with a kid in the mix. Points were made.
Yeah.
Um, Money Greed says he could change his mind too, though, Eric and Allie, because I was sort of in the same boat. I waited until I was 25 to have my son. Now I'm 26, and I could see the show turning him to change his mind. I actually would love that. I would love for him to change his mind and this be Sabrina's Happily Ever After, because they look so damn good together. Okay. It feels like he's doing what needs to be done. He got a little ambition to him. He's trying to open up multiple franchises. He got a little bit of swag. I'm here for it. If he changes his mind, Sabrina, don't you lose that man. That's a good man, Savannah. But if he don't change his mind, we might have to bid you adieu.
You gonna have to. That's like me, is I had that thing like I don't when I was younger, I wanted four kids. Like I wanted four children. And
Mm,
then as time progressed, like I don't want children. I don't want to birth. I don't want to birth children.
really? You
And
don't?
I don't. Um,
Wow.
I don't want to birth children. And like I have a godson whom I love with everything in me. I have little cousins. I'm gonna be the rich auntie. You know what I'm saying? They call me
Mm,
auntie. They my cousins, but like we go out, we have like we do those type of things. And the way that my life is, I get up and go when I want.
mm-hmm.
I don't have to ask somebody to watch anybody. Like I don't have to deal with that. And I don't mind dating men with children. Like, you got kids?
Mm,
Great. I love it. You want any more? Because the moment they tell me yes, I'm not the one for you.
mm,
I'm not the one. Now, I thought about adopting, like in a few years, maybe. But as far as like, I love my freedom. And maybe it's selfish or what have you.
no, it's your
But I
life.
really never imagined my life. Like, I really never imagined my life with like with kids. Like, it's never. I was never that
Mm,
girl that was like, oh, I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna have a house full of kids. Like at one point, I wanted them, but it was like I'm good on it. Now I'm in the phase of my life where I'm dating men, and your youngest is what 15? Cool. You done started over again. Oh shoot, all right then. But it's like
mm,
I love that. Them your children, and whatever the case is, it is. But I never had that. Like almost all my friends have kids. I think, yeah, every last one of them got kids. And I'm like, y'all, whew, more power to you. I'm good.
I have always been
I'm
that
straight.
girl. I have always been that girl,
Mm-mm.
and I wanted 10 kids at one point. Like when I was young, I used to want 10 kids, and I used to talk about it with my first love. We used to talk about having basically like a football team. Um, and I've like as I've gotten older, I've settled on four. Like I still would love to have four, but I went through in the past year, I
Mm-hmm.
went through a lot of internal work to not release the hope or the desire to have kids, because I still would like to, but I had to really unpack what I feel like was an unhealthy attachment to that particular desire. Because for most of my life, I feel like I was looking at motherhood as like a thing on a to do list for being a woman in this lifetime. And like, I have to do that if I actually want to be considered like a great woman. And now I don't feel like that. I feel like if I'm able to have children, then great. But I'm also very committed to not just having kids with anybody, to only bringing the kids into a very intentional um, home with two parents that have checked their bullshit and like done everything that they could possibly do to prepare for you, and you aren't a mistake, you aren't haphazard. It wasn't something like of course you cannot technically prepare for kids, but I'm more committed to, if I'm able and blessed to have kids, I want to have kids that don't have to like recover or heal from their childhood because of the parent that I was, because I took so much time and I really chose to do this versus allowing it be to be a thing on my to-do list of womanhood, and it's something I have to do before I die. And that has been a very interesting journey because in shifting, I guess, my intention behind the desire, I'm okay now, which I wasn't okay before, but I'm okay now with, if I don't have kids, then maybe it wasn't meant to be. But if I do have kids, then that's great too. And I love that for me.
Yeah, absolutely,
Thank you for sharing that very
absolutely.
real perspective. I don't know who's going to be listening, but I feel like that is going to help some people maybe um, better process what they might be feeling or where they might be in the whole motherhood conversation. And this is also just, ooh, it really affirms the power that's in the Sabrina storyline this season. It's truly incredible.
It is. It is. I agree. Um,
Um. Okay, so we are
was that
go.
all?
Well, Sabrina is also tied to Maurice, who about to lose his man. He about to lose Grayson because you talking big, bad, and bold.
Oh, Grayson.
Grayson is fine. Here, y'all want to talk about
Baby, what?
Trey? Look at Grayson's ass. Now, damn it. What's your thoughts on the Maurice storyline, Allie?
I almost forgot about it, y'all.
This is the funniest moment of the episode for me. I
I
I think
don't,
Brian is just comedic gold. Like, it was just so hilarious.
I don't. I'm trying to think. Do I remember what? Okay. I wasn't too fond of Grayson just walking his happy ass into Maurice's house, but
When
that's
the
just my
door
own
was
personal
open.
issue. I wasn't fond of that. I'm gonna need you to make yourself known. You better say something. But Maurice had a client, and he was like he ain't looking for love and stuff like that. And I don't know, like I think Grayson got upset for what? That was my whole thing. Like, what you mad about?
Because
And I
he's
think the
like
fact that Maurice was
communicating that he
explaining,
don't want to be in a relationship, and Grace is trying to take him seriously. And Maurice like to play in these people's faces, and y'all be alluding to it. I don't be taking it too seriously, but like, this is your partner that you were just like clamoring about, and you love him down, but you don't give that to him. You put on this facade and you play and joke and kiki like nothing is for serious. I kind of understood why Grayson felt the way.
after one date, after
Oh, it's only
one
been
date,
one
like you
date,
not my man. They only went out like that like once or twice.
but it's been a month, Allie.
Like it ain't been that many. Oh, they did. But see, this what I'm saying. It don't even make sense because how it has been a month based on what Andy stated, but they ain't showed no date. But okay, it's been a month. Let's just go with that. It's been a month. You my man after a month? I don't know how dating work for everybody.
Hell,
If I'm
Daniela
seeing you for
moved
30 days,
Tony in after 2 days.
maybe. I just because you're not my man after 30 days. But
Really?
I do understand 30 days, a month. I'm still getting to know you. No, not for me.
I mean, maybe
I'm
y'all
still getting to
just
know you,
met. Okay,
baby.
cool. I prefer people to come their asses about the friend zone. Like, befriend me first and get to know me before you actually try to date me, to make sure that you can actually handle all that is Erica. So I probably would have known you for longer than a month. But once we like start seriously dating, I don't think a month is too soon to like, are you, shit don't get off the pot, sir. But that's just me. I am a serial
Oh
monogamous.
yeah, I take care of them.
Go ahead,
I would
Ellie.
be serial monogamous. Like, what is that? It sounds like gunshots.
Oh no.
I don't know if people can hear that. I'm like,
I
what
can't hear
is that
anything.
noise?
Hold on, y'all.
But yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. But anyway, yeah, I might have to, cause I got this light on. I might have to go off camera for a minute.
You
Like
got it,
you
friend.
can hear me.
Go for it.
Yeah, let me.
Child. Real deal Holyfield. Let me read some
Cause
of these
I'm like,
comments
what?
real quick.
That?
Go ahead, cut the light off, friend. Get incognito. Okay, so this is
I
so
wonder.
crazy that this is happening for you right now. I was walking Coley at this park that we go to all the time. Nothing like this has ever happened. And then today, this white man gets into it with this black man who is trying to fish, but this white man lets his dog get all caught up in the damn fishing line or whatever. So he gets to zapping out like real schizophrenic style. And then next thing I know, I'm like walking towards them, and the black man is like, Miss Mamas, I'm gonna need you to go the other way because I'm about to kill this nigga. And I literally just about faced
Mm,
and turned around and went behind the. And then like I waited like 10 minutes. Next thing I know, the damn black man is coming towards me. I think with his, I don't know if it's his girlfriend or what. He's like, I just wanted to apologize to you because I wasn't trying to scare you or nothing, but I just didn't want you to get caught up. That nigga had me messed up, and I was just like, I'm from Baltimore. I appreciate you telling my ass to go the other way. So the fact that you're going through this now and I went through this earlier, it's like, what is going on with our world right
that's
now?
crazy,
Like, it's getting real.
girl. I don't know.
But shout out to that black man. That's what protecting black women looks
Um,
like. And that white man was stripping. I ain't catch all of it, but your ass was wrong. Let me read some of these comments, y'all. Allie, let me know when, if and when you want to chime in. Just go ahead and jump in because I can't see the visual cue of you talking, but I'll hush. Um, And Zinga says, I feel like Grayson would fit better with Andy than the new Jordan. But he's gay. Maybe he's bi. Are you saying like aesthetically in Zinga? Sadie, we haven't gotten on to Karen yet. We gonna get there. We saving the best for last. Um, Thank you, little bit. I appreciate it. Chrissy says facts. 30 days is too short. You got to know that you know these men. It's kind of different out here. That's true. When they see them twins, we about to get to it. We talking about Maurice right now, y'all. Was it me or did anyone else see two babies on that monitor? Yes, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Anything else that we're talking about when it comes to Maurice? I don't want them to
I
get me
know
run.
Grayson told him he was gonna let him, stick to what he was gonna be doing. He was gonna leave. I said, well, okay then.
Said bump the jazz in the park and bump the early dinner since you don't see nothing serious in your future. I mean, I already kind of communicated this. I think that Maurice got to know when to play and when not to play. And if he got a viable relationship on his doorstep, he needs to cherish it as such and behave as such. It could be a little bit too much too soon right now, but also y'all, don't Maurice deserve somebody that's serious about him after he's been played with so much? I don't know what y'all think. One thing Tyler Perry Studios is going to do is find some fine men. Yes, that is so true. All right, is that everything? Before we, get to the. Well, I also want to make sure that you good, Ellie, so that you can actually speak on Karen because I know you got some things to say. DNC Great
Yeah, I
says,
just,
as far as Maurice
yeah, I just,
goes, hold on one second. As far as Maurice goes, I really would love for him to be Sabrina's sperm donor. That would be beautiful, in my opinion. I see him being willing to help her and being a father figure. I agree. I agree. Yo, when he called, and what did he call Rich? He said, Rich, he said F them kids rich. I'm like, it's why did you name that man that? But it sent me.
That was funny.
Um I can't. Okay, but we're moving on. We're moving on to Karen. What's your thoughts on Karen, Allie? Or do you want to wait?
Okay, what was her first scene when she
Uh
came
Came into the salon. I saw the news
in the
about
shop with
Jordan.
Andy?
Huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, with Pam.
Yeah.
With Pam. Pam was telling her, uh, had she heard Pam had me rolling. Pam was like, I don't know if you heard about Jordan, girl. He either a predator or a killer. I said, well, which one is he, Pam? He a predator or a killer? I said,
Pam is
this is how black
hilarious.
people misconstrue information. But and then when next we see her at the bank,
And shout out to
I
Pam.
love moments with
Angie got up to series regular, so now she's on the same level for Fatima. Asking
yes,
it as given. Hopefully, we're gonna get some more story and we can get a little bit even out because we've been saying that. Go ahead, Ellie.
yes, yes. And then we see Karen at the bank. I love the scenes with when it's just Sabrina and Karen.
Yes,
I think they are so. It's such a lightness. It's such a lightness
and it feels
to
like
their
it's love
moments.
there. Like they really love each other.
Yes, yes. I adore them. I
Yeah.
adore them. Um, and she needed the loan, and just to hear her talk about how much things were, and unfortunately she didn't get approved.
Yeah.
But I was like, dang, they could have given a girl the money, but okay. But
She overextended.
yeah, yeah. Oh, and then when Sabrina was like, when Andy gave me a check for my birthday, I could give it to you. And she was like, no, absolutely not. No, you will not.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just how selfless Sabrina is. Um, it was such a beautiful moment.
How
But
selfless Sabrina
I
is,
can
but then
appreciate
also
it.
how selfless Karen is, and like I'm not going to take advantage of you in this way because there is a one girlfriend who would have taken a check and fucking run and would have bought weed with it. Hmm.
Big facts. Big facts.
Yeah, I thought that the moment with Sabrina and Karen was so sweet and just I want the show to feel like that more, but I get it. Like we need conflict because it's a drama show. They can't all be peaches and rainbows. We got to be questioning how good all these friends, yada yada yada. But every single time we get to see Sabrina and Karen interact, it just feels like what you would hope black women in sisterhood would be.
I agree. I agree. It's such a to just see them communicate with no underlying shade or um it was just I love seeing those two
No ulterior motives, no
just show that.
jealousy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think that Karen gonna
Yeah.
wind up getting the money some way somehow as well. I agree with you, DNC greatness. Um, but then aside from that, we get to see Karen again once all the girls get together at Andy's to show up and support her. Sabrina's being Sabrina, Karen's being Karen, and Danny is being inappropriate as Daniela.
Yeah. The only thing she did in that scene I actually did like, I think she asked a legit question like to Andy, are you going to stick it out with him? Um, and then she goes back into being her Danny self.
Mm.
It don't take long. It don't take much. And then when they switched topics, so Sabrina was talking about, you know, her thing with freezing her eggs. And then, hearing Danny's commentary, Andy and Karen was like, no, I'm support you. I'm behind you. That's all Danny had to say, but she couldn't just do that.
Nope. But Karen
This is
had
the
to
one
mind your
time,
motherfucking
maybe,
business on her way out because you can keep talking slick all you want to, but I got something for that ass.
and that be the thing. Danny be talking slick, then had a nerve to tell somebody she don't like Daytona.
Right. Who gives a what you like, honey? Go to hell. Daniela would hate me as a friend. Cause you want some truth, I got it for you. All right, y'all. We be getting to the damn duplex now. Cause Karen leaves the Kiki with the girlfriends at the penthouse and heads over to the duplex to tell Zac that she has a DNA test scheduled for tomorrow because that's what he wanted, right? This was the scene that kept on giving.
Baby, didn't it? It was the way in which Karen, for me, it was the way in which Karen, after she said, I have a DNA test scheduled for tomorrow. Or what's that going to entail? For you, just some saliva. For me, they have to stick a needle in my stomach and get fluid out of the amniotic sac. I said, baby girl, tell them
Hello. Oh, I
this is
didn't
what you
know.
gotta go.
I
This is
didn't know
what you
that
want.
because you don't think, ho. Hmm.
Facts.
But we're here now.
I
You
said,
requested this
baby.
DNA test. We're gonna go through with it. It's at 12 o'clock tomorrow. Oh, but oh yeah, it don't matter what the fuck you got because you ain't got it now. You got a DNA test at 12 o'clock. And solo, no bitches.
And first she said, and don't bring Fatima to my appointment. I heard my name. Okay.
Great. Don't come to my appointment. What I'm supposed to be
Okay.
scared because you bent the corner? I ain't. Baby, I love me some Karen
I
Bob.
was like, and don't bring her. But I'm gonna be his wife soon. She said, wipe my ass. I said, baby. Karen ain't feeling it.
Cause
Wipe my
you
ass.
only
I
press to
said,
be his
baby.
wife when Karen is on the other side of the door. Any other time, you ducking and dodging the date, you ducking and dodging the plans, you ducking and dodging. Wife my ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Zac, we need to know. I just read a comment. Who was it? Oh, A. Noel said, but Fatima never mentioned how evasive it was for Karen. I mean, maybe to Zac. For Fatima to know so much about pregnancies and how you can find out who the father of your child is, being that Karen is where she is, you would think Fatima would have information on that as well. But being that you have come into the knowledge of how serious this could be or the risk it is, why have her do it? You still need to know it's such an emergency for you to know. If I was Karen, I wouldn't give two hot dams who wanted to know about the paternity. You would get it when the baby is born.
But since we
Period.
here, and no, I couldn't have texted this because again, you didn't text your goddamn request. You came storming up and through, yelling and screaming like the hooligan you are in my goddamn salon. So here I am at the damn duplex telling you that your request has been granted, but solo, no bitches.
Nope. And then she said it again.
She said it again.
Oh, well.
And it's already a
Said, I
really
got some
fire
dick,
line.
Karen.
Like, it's
No
a
bitches.
bar. But to add insult to injury, we know that Fatima hates the B word. So it's just tricking her nuts. And I love it. I love did because she didn't bother you. She was not bothering you. She has bigger fish to fry. She's been chilling. She's been handling her business, worrying about the mother that she's going to be and the businesswoman that she's going to be, trying to line things up for herself and her damn child. Ain't asking you for a motherfucking thing, but you thought she was going to bring your slew-footed ass up into the salon and start some and think I wasn't going to come back at you. Pow, pow, ho. Here I am. You wanted to smoke, so here go to smoke. Solo, no bitches. And you better not bring that tomorrow. I'll tell you that. Love it. Love it. Literally save the damn episode, if I'm going to be honest.
Whew. Yeah. And I just, Fatima, with the, I'm gonna be his wife soon. What they got to do with you not coming to my, I don't want you at my appointment. And why would you want to be there?
That's the tea, Allie. That's the
why would you want to be there? And here goes that. I thought we was cool. What happened? Remember you bought stuff for Michael? Yeah. And after I did all of that, you still came to my grand opening, showed your natural ass. So all bets off. You hit the restart on this button. You did, bro.
And so you already have seen that you really cannot match me. I'm not scared of you or your broad. So I'm sure that this is not what you really wanted to do, but you let your broad convince you to come kick the wasp nest. So when I get to stinging y'all's asses, do not complain. Take that in stride because I was minding my business.
Thanks.
They in the chat saying Fatima is what happened. That everything was cool until Fatima decided to bend the corner.
Those are facts. Zac, we need to know. Zac, we have to know. Now you know Zac can't connect dots. So now you pushing him to do something. So now he go to Danny. She gives him an extra boost that he need. And then I thought about that episode. Danny was there when Zac showed his ass.
Mm-hmm.
And she waited until he was escorted out to come from the back.
Yep.
You knew exactly what was going to happen.
That's what I said when we did the breakdown for that we did the live for that night. I said you literally had the nerve. You got there before he got there, and you still let it play out. You didn't even warn her.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said that Zac needed to put put Fatima in her place. I see you, shot down girl. I would agree. At this point, if you are engaged to this man, you want to marry this man, then allow him to lead y'all's household because that's what the hell you signing up for. Fall your ass back. Don't you got some books to read, some studying to do, a curriculum to review? Take your ass on. Let him handle this mess on his own, and he will come back and debrief you with information that your ass needs to know. You do not need to micromanage the rest of this man's life. You're better than that. Even though you want to continue to cosplay as if you're not.
Thanks.
Demetria said, did we see the preview? Did we see the 2 fetuses in the belly? You know we did. I said we got our kids. Yes, our kids.
I said, my dog, she got twins.
Fatima about to be sick. It's how you act. You pushed for the DNA test. You pushed to make sure that this is his kid. So now, not only are you going to have to worry about the one, God said go ahead and double that. Now we're going to have a whole little season of him thinking that both of these kids is his. And you got to eat that. So Fatima, you're not going from being a non-mom to a mama 2. You're going from being a non-mom to thinking you're a mama 3. And that's what your ass get. Because maybe if you was focusing on what you need to be focusing on, you wouldn't be getting all wrapped up in this goofy to begin with. I'm going to enjoy the next 3 weeks. I swear.
Honey, when I tell you, when I looked at that screen, I said, oh my God. Ain't no denying them 2 big old sacks right there. Side by side. I said, Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus, she
I said,
having
look at our
twins.
children. Look at our healthy children. I'm
Mm.
here for it. I am so here for it. I cannot wait for the scene where Zac takes his
And
ass
then
back
on
to
the
this
other trailer,
duplex. Go ahead, Ellie.
yes. And then I was in the other trailer they showed Zach and Karen was sitting right there in the doctor's office, but they sitting right next to each other.
Oh, I didn't see
And I
that one.
think I don't, yeah, I don't know if she said like, "Are you happy?" or something like that. And he was like, "Yeah, like for this to be over, like for this drama to be over." But they were sitting right next to each other. I said, "Hmm."
When I tell
It's
you, I
amazing
cannot
how Zach
wait.
energy is so different when it's just him and Karen.
Allie, when I tell you, I cannot wait for him to go back to that duplex and tell Fatima that Karen is pregnant with twins. It's going to feel like
Baby.
Christmas. It is going to feel like
Oh,
Christmas.
you know what? That's why that synopsis said the news was gonna make Zach happy, but Fatima was gonna have a different feeling about it. Like she wasn't gonna be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, when that mouth dropped to the floor,
Cannot wait. Cannot wait, especially since your minions are coming on my post and talking about monkey this, monkey that. Two-piece these damn children in your face for this perfect relationship that is trash. I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
what y'all think Zach gonna say? Zach is going to be elated.
Elated. Zac wanted to have a baby with Karen. But regardless of what his relationship is
Yes.
with Fatima, he still wants a baby with Karen. And y'all process it however the hell you wish, but those two things are true. Okay? He's in a relationship
Fact.
engaged to Fatima, but he also wants a child with Karen. And now he getting two of them hoes. He feel like he bought one, got one free. At least for now. Because again, I'm still standing on Aaron, bring your ass back here. Kevin, it's time. You've been summoned.
Yes.
But for the time being, next 3 weeks, we can allow Zac to believe that this is also his kid. I'm here for it. I gotta watch
I
the
said, "Ooh,
trailer. I gotta watch the trailer. I didn't see it. I only saw the end of the episode.
yeah,
You told me to keep going through the second commercial, and I always cut it off because that damn celebrity cube speed. I'm like,
oh yeah." I'm so happy. Oh, this is gonna be so. Oh,
shout out to Sade. Sade said, "I believed you the whole time, Erica. I've been saying this for at least 18 months. I've been saying she's pregnant with twins since
yeah.
season 5. This is why y'all needed to be subscribed. This is why the haters is coming in droves because Erica be on to something. I'm just saying. Um. Okay, but what do you think that this is going to mean for Karen? Do you think that Karen is going to be happy?
Um, I think Karen is gonna be shocked as hell because she wasn't expecting to have twins. Um, but I think the reality is, I think she's gonna have a sense of calm because she know that Zach is gonna take care of the children, just if they're his or whatever the case may be. Um, I think that that's probably where she's gonna get the money for her shop because you're pregnant with twins, more than likely she's probably gonna have to go on bed rest at some point.
Mm.
But I think that like she was saying, I'm gonna get the money somehow. Either Zach is gonna give it to her or Aaron is gonna provide it for her. But some way it's going to happen with I believe one of those two men. Um, I think she's gonna have to process it though.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna necessarily be happy. I think that her initial thought might be, "I'm struggling now. I'm struggling
Yeah.
financially with this preparing for the one. How am I going to do two?" Like I think we're gonna see that entire spiral. And like while Zac might show up for her financially, I think that it's a very real thing for her to be concerned of like him not being dependable because Fatima's in his ear. Because Fatima can do things like get him to come to you after 3 months of y'all being cool about a paternity test when you already accepted that this was your kid and we were already moving with a certain level of understanding? So is she going to come back later and like, well, regardless of her having twins, you don't have to give her this. You don't have to do that. Like, I think that Karen feels very alone, and it's going to be exasperated by seeing those two babies in her belly in that moment. Especially because I don't know if Zac is going to be in the room for the specific sonogram.
Yeah. But you know what though, and y'all know how I feel about Zach, right? But I think he's going to surprise us.
Mmm. About time,
I
Allie.
think he's going to
It's
surprise
taking
us.
them long enough.
I think he's going to surprise us. I think he is. I think that even though Fatima does have a sense of influence over him, I think because at the end of the day, I do believe Zach wants to be a great father, and I don't believe he would allow anybody to stand in the way of him doing
Mmm.
that, even Fatima. I think that
Mmm.
anything Karen needs, he's going to provide. I believe that time is going to be stretched because he wants to make sure that she's okay, that she's well. I believe that Zach is going to start giving attention and being attentive to Karen more, and it's going to cause issues with Fatima.
I can see that, but I wouldn't be me if I didn't say you should have already been doing that. But you know, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think y'all right.
I,
He gonna
I
step up
see
and be a
that.
good baby. I mean, not a good baby, a good baby daddy. He is gonna stand 10 toes down. He did actually say, with Karen's kid, he really gets to start from scratch, from day zero, from hour zero. And he didn't get that with Michael. So there is a certain level of ownership and pride and responsibility that's going to overtake him simply because he's feeling like he's actually getting a fighting chance versus just being thrown into it.
Right.
I know, Erica James, I know you pissed, honey. I know you mad. But we're going to get through this together. We're here for you.
Yes.
And at this point, a win is a win because you might not want Zac to be the daddy, but I want Fatima to be angry. I do. I want her to be angry. I want her to be flustered. I want her to continue to experience emotional turmoil, not because I want to wreak havoc on her life, but because I want her to be shaken to move, shaken to do something, shaken to choose better for herself. And if it's going to take these negative emotions to get her to pull her ass about this hole that she in this relationship, then I'll take it. And also, Karen deserves some of these licks that she getting back. I'm just saying. Cause Sabrina's gonna be by her side for sure, for sure. Ooh, oh, what just came up to me, Tria, when you mentioned that is like we haven't seen the boyfriends interact with the friends like that, except for Tony calling Sabrina to help Danny. But is there a world or is there a moment where Rich is like, Karen is having twins. Why can't we just support her to Sabrina?
Hmm.
What y'all think? I'm clearly just very invested in having all the conversations that is to be had around Sabrina and this whole my man don't want to have kids thing.
Yeah.
But we know Sabrina's going to be right there with Karen. It's unfortunate because part of Karen's process is also triggering Sabrina as we've getting to see little glimmers of that thus far. But like would Rich step in and like be trying to support Karen as well? That for me, if that becomes a thing, it's almost like a slap in the face because it's like, why are you doing this for my friend when you could be doing it for me, but still do it for my friend? I don't know what y'all think.
Hmm.
Ellie said, huh.
I don't know, girl.
Carrie, she gonna be his wife soon, so she ready to set the date. Except for every time he asks about setting the date, she avoids setting the date.
Yeah, she ain't saying no that she don't want to marry that man.
Let's be for real. It is not Drippy Baby Kick Rocks. It's not his baby. Erica, you going down swinging, honey. Keep hope alive. Not Sweet Cakes talking
Yes.
about the hashtag Taylor twins. Woo! Taylor twins is wild. I low key want to get on Twitter right now just so I could get the trolling with that particular hashtag. Oh, baby.
Taylor twins.
I cannot. All right, y'all. I think that's everything from the episode. Ellie, you good over there? Did everything clear up?
Yeah,
You
girl.
safe?
Yeah, yeah, I'm safe. It was just I couldn't tell where it was coming from because it was like I heard two, then it was like a long pause, then I heard it again, and I'm just like,
Oh,
wait a minute now. But it's
got
been
you.
ain't no cops or nothing came out here, but you know, we definitely want no fireworks.
My degree takes says she gonna set a date out of spite. Karen got two twins, so now she gonna set a date.
Yeah, it's gonna turn to competition.
A Noel says, I'm still convinced she's going to want to pull a Melanie Derwin and get married before the twins are born.
Ooh,
Fatima will not get me off her ass if she do that. After you've been shucking and jiving this entire time, this boy been trying to take your ass down to the courthouse this whole time. 2 days after meeting you, the boy want to take you down to the courthouse. And then you... Girl! Fatima would not be able to surgically remove me off her ass. Oh, I should not be having this much
mm-mm.
fun. I really should not be having this much fun with this. This is hilarious. Sadie said that's fine so Karen can get some more money. The crazy thing is she's not even asking this man for money. And now I'm kicking her because, girl, why did you rip up the damn check? Sheesh. Demetria says, I wish that Tony and Rich would be there for Jordan. Or at least I would get to see them be there because y'all supposed to be the tightest of buddies.
Yeah.
Oh, just Danielle. You see what Just Danielle said in the chat, Allie? I hope, Just Danielle says, I hope Karen has twin girls too so Fatima won't have the first of nothing.
Oh, Jesus. Damn.
Y'all ain't shit.
I felt
I
that
didn't
though.
say
I
all of
felt
that.
that.
I didn't say all of that. Just but I understand because if it's not the propping up of the Zatima relationship as if it's the holy grail of health and it is literally toxic, then it's their goofy ass fans that push you there. So I understand exactly where that came from.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
TP says I'm rooting for Zac Jr. and Zac's little princess. Y'all, Fatima is going to be sick. Oh
Not Zach
my
Jr.
god.
and Zoe.
Oh my god. I am. Y'all are not. Y'all are turning Fatima every which way but loose, but I am here for it.
But you know what, though? I'm here for it because I don't think I didn't I passed on when that heifer told my son it almost woke Michael up. That girl knocks wasn't that damn loud.
She really
Go sit
wasn't.
down somewhere, Fatima.
Because y'all had magically built a damn
Almost woke
room
Michael up.
in this goddamn glorified studio with some stairs. I could
I
not,
said,
yo.
what girl?
I cannot. Yo, Zac Jr. and Zoe is it. That's the one right there. Ooh, that's the one. DNC Grady says, I personally didn't mind Karen ripping up Zachary's insider trading ass check, but she really should have accepted Aaron's financial help. I hope she does in the future. I hope she does too, because don't go take these banks' money when these black men are right here with their coins out. Why are you getting in more debt? Mm-mm. Um, y'all are voting. Y'all think it's gonna be a boy or girl, 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 boy, boy. Hopefully it's not boy, boy. I just don't want it to be that. Anything else, I'm fine with.
I hope it's boy girl.
The team about to have a hell of a next month. Okay. Whoo. Carrie says I'm going to have
She
my
really is.
1800 ready for the mouth drop. I cannot. She. I'm gonna pray for Fatima. How about that? I'm gonna do that because she gonna need it. And all she got is Angela and Andrea in her corner. Well, you know what? She got Danielle. That's all the support you need. Look at that. Look at that trifecta. Oh my god. Uh,
Just Danielle, not Zach Keisha.
no, we ain't doing no damn Zac Keisha. Oh,
What was said about what was said about Karen going to Zach's and Fatima's without calling? Absolutely nothing.
I mean, we did say something. You can go back and catch the replay to hear what we said. But babes, did he call before he brought his ass into that damn salon, behaving like a hooligan? Oh, all right. Treat others as you want to be treated.
Everything was good. He hit the reset button.
Y'all, DNC Great just said Bert Tima. That you lost me with Bert Tima. Y'all are not playing fair. DNC Great says Bert Tima gonna be big mad with her pick me once the DNA test is positive, and I ain't feeling bad. She has made a damn embarrassment of herself at this point. Yeah, but everybody wanted to talk about how Karen embarrassed herself. Whew. It's funny. It's funny about them tables, Allie. You know, what they say about them tables?
Oh
Them motherfuckers always
yeah. Yeah, they
turn.
always talk. Yes, they do.
All right, y'all. Look out for my breakdown, which it will be up tonight because I already recorded it before I got on here, as well as trailer breakdowns, teasers. Allie's coming with a specific jump into specific storylines. She got y'all covered.
Yeah.
Anything else that you want to plug for the channel, Allie, before we get up out of here?
Oh, I'm doing my thing with Black History. I did my first video for A Different World. Um, so y'all make sure y'all tune in to that. And it's in my playlist under the Back Down Memory Lane. Everything will be under that. But I got some other stuff, Moesha coming up, some other stuff, but that's all I'm doing. I was even thinking about talking about Diamond Imp from All the Queen's Men. Because when I tell you, I was so irritated last week with that scene. But I'm
People
so
trying to
glad
turn
she
me every
left.
which way but loose, Allie. I put up a poll and I created a damn video, and everybody's saying that I'm wrong and Dom is the problem. And I'm just like, I have not found my people.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. The way that Imp, the switch that turned, and the things that he did, like you purposely had sex with women in front of this woman. You like the levels of low he went. Mm-mm,
Mm-hmm.
you could never.
It would be
I
no
would
coming
never even
back.
touch you. Mm-mm.
It would literally be no coming back. Y'all, I'm breaking down a new series. Well, it premiered last month, so it's not super new, but all the episodes are available on Netflix. It's called Champion. It is fire. It is really fire. Like, it is a dope drama chronicling a sibling rivalry around the music industry, and we get to watch this young black woman step into her own power, take command of her talents when she has been used and abused by her family because she is only here to prop up her brother who became a big rapper before her but then went to jail and is trying to resurrect his career. The mama is steeped in patriarchy and she don't know what's good for her, but she got a good man. Like, it is giving good. And shout out to Cindy, who told me that I would actually love the show because I am thoroughly enjoying it. I already have my first episode breakdown up, so y'all can kind of watch it in real time with me. If you want to look for, like, have something else, there's 8 episodes for this season. I'm also trying to get prepared for Blood and Water, which is coming back on March 1st on Netflix as well. I am breaking down Johnson finally on Erica Vane TV 2, so y'all are gonna start to see new videos on my second channel if you haven't already subscribed to that, because I have content that is going specifically over there. It's a lot. I'm trying to release a lot. I'm about to be traveling a lot in March, so there's a lot of content still coming down the pipeline. I'm really looking and leaning to expanding the audience into various shows, so I would love for us to keep these conversations going like we have here with Sisters, but also expand it to other things. So we got to get on the same page. If you're not in a Discord, please join it so that you can know what I'm watching. I always post it there first, like what I'm currently watching, what's on the horizon. You can send me suggestions or things that you would like me to watch. And then also we're going to start to do like daily check-ins to see how y'all feeling, what y'all going through, what's going on, so that we can just strengthen the community. Okay? I know it's just a lot. It's a lot. But check the description box for anything that I just mentioned. I appreciate y'all for showing up tonight. Sending Allie all the love and support that she needs in this time, in this trying time.
Appreciate it.
We love you, girl. Thank you, Vaughn, our moderator. Shout out to all the members in the chat. Y'all are freaking amazing. I just love seeing all the emojis after y'all's name. Like, y'all ride for your good sis, and I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody being here, but I really do appreciate the members for taking that extra step. Mel, I appreciate your super chat tonight. It has been a beautiful love day. I'm here for it. Mediocre episode, but a beautiful love day. I'll see y'all in the next one. Also, if you haven't noticed, there have been polls dropping each day asking questions so that we can stimulate conversation. So go ahead and place your votes on those things when I ask those particular questions. And I'm going to see you in the next videos. Bye, y'all.
Night, y'all.
We love you so much, Allie. CDNC Greatness says we love you so much, Allie.
Yeah. I was trying to respond to people before we
Oh, yeah.
Before we got on.
Happy Valentine's Day. All right. We are up out of here, y'all. The writer of the show is the author of Queenie, which the series will drop on Hulu. Oh, really? Mimi Loves Peace. Okay, I gotta look into that. Can you DM me that? Because I feel like I'm about to miss it once we get out of here. I'm a fan. I'm not saying whoever, because I actually watched an interview that she was doing. I gotta finish it. I'm obsessed with Champion, and her writing is freaking amazing. So I'm about to watch anything that she does. Period. See y'all.
Good night, y'all.